What happens when two of Hollywood's most iconic women unexpectedly clash on live television? That's exactly what unfolded when Meryl Streep appeared on The View to promote her latest film, only to find herself in a heated and deeply personal exchange with Whoopi Goldberg, one that quickly spiraled beyond anyone's expectations. The episode began like any other. Meryl arrived poised and gracious, set to discuss what many were calling her most emotionally raw performance to date. The audience buzzed with excitement, social media was already abuzz, and everything pointed to a celebratory interview. Whoopi opened with her usual charm, welcoming the incomparable Meryl Streep back to the show, but there was a tension in her tone that seasoned viewers of The View might have noticed, a hint of something more pointed simmering beneath the surface. Then came the first jab. Whoopi questioned Meryl's role in the new film, implying it was a strategic attempt to remain relevant with younger audiences. Meryl, clearly taken aback, maintained her composure and spoke of storytelling and emotional depth, but Whoopi pressed on, asking if older actors should step aside to give younger talent more opportunities. Meryl responded with grace and conviction, challenging the ageist narrative and defending the value of experience in the arts. The conversation continued to escalate. Whoopi accused Meryl of benefiting from privilege and connections, contrasting her path with her own struggles in Hollywood. Meryl, visibly shaken, responded by highlighting her decades of hard work and dedication to her craft. As the exchange became more personal, Meryl pushed back, saying that Whoopi's line of questioning wasn't about real issues, it was about resentment. Whoopi didn't back down. She accused Meryl of political grandstanding and failing to acknowledge her privilege, suggesting she used her platform to lecture rather than engage. Meryl insisted that actors, like all citizens, have the right to express their views. What followed was a volley of increasingly personal accusations about class, success, recognition, and authenticity. Key hosts looked on in discomfort, trying and failing to redirect the conversation. The tension reached its peak when Whoopi accused Meryl of floating through her career without facing real adversity. Meryl, her voice shaking but firm, rebutted that she had earned her success through discipline, sacrifice, and dedication. Eventually, Meryl had enough. With quiet dignity, she unhooked her microphone and prepared to leave the set. Even then, Whoopi delivered one last jab, calling her privileged and mature for walking away. Meryl turned back and delivered a final, blistering response, not out of rage, but from a place of heartbreak and disillusionment. She reminded Whoopi that this was not the person she used to admire. She spoke not just for herself, but for every guest who comes in good faith to a show like The View, expecting mutual respect. She called out the hostility, the assumptions, and the weaponizing of a public platform for personal grievances. And with that, she walked out, not in defeat, but in defiance, holding on to her dignity. The fallout was immediate. The clip went viral, fans were stunned, critics were divided, but one thing was clear: this wasn't just an interview gone wrong, it was a cultural memento, raw, uncomfortable, and unforgettable.